Donald Trump is often described as an ignorant narcissist, a racist, a misogynist, and a habitual liar. Born into wealth, his life has been marked by self-promotion rather than genuine talent. In many ways, Trump embodies the flaws of modern capitalism. Lacking moral direction, ethical grounding, or a coherent philosophical foundation. However, the solution to Trump and those like him does not lie in violence. Like the assassination attempt that happened a month ago, it lies in the organised strength of the labour movement, uniting all workers, black, white, men, women, young and old, in the struggle for a better socialist society. There is only one force capable of bringing about the meaningful change in our society, one that is currently plagued by constant crisis and upheavals. That force is the organised working class. Individuals or smaller groups who attempt to substitute themselves for the labour movement will ultimately find their efforts in vain. Surviving the assassination attempt, Trump has been using the incident to bolster his campaign. He was selling merchandise featuring images of his bloodied face. His campaign did gain some momentum before Biden stepped down and Kamala Harris became the presidential candidate, with Trump and his supporters framing his survival as an act of God. In truth, this is not divine intervention, but rather a sign of the times. Political violence is becoming the norm in American politics, with the Pennsylvania shooting being just the latest example. Trump continues to falsely claim that the 2020 election was stolen. This rhetoric, coupled with the violent imagery perpetrated by Trumpism and his Republican Party, remains a cornerstone of his political strategy. 3.5 years ago, Trump supporters attempted to overturn the election results by storming the Capitol, leading to multiple deaths. To this day, Trump describes the January 6th insurrectionists as patriots, and a significant portion of his base still believes his baseless claims. Polling by Axios last October found that nearly a quarter of Americans believe patriots may have to resort to violence to save our country. 75% of Americans agree that democracy is at risk in the 2024 presidential election. The threats of violence overwhelmingly come from the right, with Republicans twice as likely as Democrats to condone such actions. The Capitol Police, targets of the January 6th attack, report a tenfold increase in threats against elected officials, from 902 threats in 2016 to over 9,600 in 2021. Research from the National Institute of Justice shows that since 1990, far-right extremists have been responsible for significantly more ideologically motivated homicides than any other group, with over 520 lives lost. This stark reality underlines the extent of right-wing violence in the United States. As the New Republic aptly put it, the attempted assassination of Trump was not an anomaly, but a reflection of the current political climate. This normalization of violence signals a deep-seated crisis within US capitalism. Polls constantly reveal widespread pessimism among all demographic groups about the future. Many believe that life was better in the past and feel increasingly disconnected from the decisions being made on their behalf. For millions of workers, the American dream has become a nightmare. Stagnant living standards and mounting bills have left many struggling to get by. Meanwhile, the nation's infrastructure is crumbling and trust in mainstream politicians is eroding as corporate interests dominate political agendas. Trumpism appeals to unorganized workers who seek alternatives outside mainstream politics. Despite his populist rhetoric, Trump is a puppet of the wealthy elite, offering little more than tax cuts and empty promises to save American jobs. In reality, his policies undermine workers' rights and weaken the labour movement's ability to fight back. Yet, the organised labour movement holds immense power, both industrially and politically. With 14 million union members and a resurgence in union activity, the labour movement has the potential to challenge Trumpism and advocate for workers' rights. In recent years, there's been a surge in workplace unionisation efforts, reflecting a growing desire among workers to organise and fight for better conditions. Despite setbacks in high-profile union votes, workers across the country are mobilising. The National Labour Relations Board has seen a significant increase in election petitions, indicating a rising tide of worker activism. The US working class is beginning to assert itself, and this growing movement has the power to counteract the politics of Trump. To fully harness this power, the Labour movement must eventually extend its influence into the political arena, potentially by forming its own party. The organised working class is the only force capable of stopping the rise of Trumpism and defending the rights of all workers. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel, like the video and comment down below. Please head to our website at www.lefthorizons.com for more articles, subscribe to the newsletter, and we will see you next time.